What's going on, guys? Today's video is me giving you advice that I should have taken myself years ago. This is really good for younger people, but it really applies to anybody, any gender, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we cover a whole bunch of topics, so please drop a like and subscribe. Really helps us out. We're a small channel trying to grow, and I would greatly appreciate your support. Now, getting into today's video, it is going to be a little bit off the cuff. I'm going to give you some advice that I wish I had taken earlier. I have loved to travel for as long as I can remember. And I remember when I had turned 18, one of the things I had tried to do was organize like a trip with some of my friends, with my group of friends, trying to go, I forget where I had planned or thought it would be a good idea, but just a road trip, kind of in the vein of like, you know, such classic comedy movies and such. I just thought it would be fun and a real great bonding experience, considering, you know, once you graduate, most of the time you never see your friends again, right? Or not as often. And, you know, it didn't work out. You know, people had their own things going on. They just kind of weren't up to it, and it just kind of fell apart as quick as the idea formed, right? And ever since then, you know, once I started, you know, a full-time job and working, I had always said, you know, it'd be great to, you know, like go on a cruise or go on a vacation or another road trip or plan a trip. And again, it just kind of always never worked out, you know. I was able to go on like some day trips or, you know, specific things that weren't really vacations, or, you know, but just kind of like, oh, let's go here for the day, you know, and come back, or, you know, maybe an overnight. And like I said, I always wanted to go on a cruise, and once I got my first, you know, full-time job, I always said, you know, oh, it'd be nice to go on vacation. I hear a lot of people would say they're going on vacation and see the pictures and everything else, and I'm like, oh, it would be nice, you know, but, you know, in a few years, when the time is right, when I make a little bit more money, when I do this, when I do that, when I get, you know, my shit together, basically, you know, I'll go. And I kept saying that for the longest time, and, you know, every time it was like, oh, I'll go later on, or I'll do this, or nobody really wants to go, so, you know, I'll wait, and I'll wait, and I'll wait, and I'll wait, and I'll wait, you know, till it's a better time and everybody can go and it'll be fun. And, you know, once you get older, and I mean, I'm not that old, but once you know, you're past your 30s, you know, the right time never seems to come along, especially with people my age, because they'll be having babies and shit, and you know, then once they have kids, they can't do anything. They not even go out to dinner. So I you know, I just kept waiting, and finally, it was a couple weeks ago, I decided, why am I waiting? What's there to wait for? And I kind of talked about this with you guys before. If nobody wants to do something with you and it's something you really want to do, like, go out and do it. And I, you know, was the biggest supporter of that. Like, if I wanted to go see a movie and nobody else wanted to go, I went. If I wanted to go to dinner, and like I said, people, you know, with kids, they either don't have the money or the time or whatever, and they couldn't go, I went anyway. There's nothing wrong. I challenge you to be able to do something like that by yourself. You will, just the reward and the freedom. You may never hang out with anybody else again, because it's an intoxicating experience. Trust me. But in other aspects of my life, I would apply that philosophy to. Like, if nobody else wants to go, well, to go do it yourself. But like, going on a trip or vacation, I never did. And I was like, why am I waiting? So I'm happy to report, a couple weeks ago, I decided I'm not going to wait anymore. I booked my first vacation. This is going to be the first vacation I've gone on in my adult life. You know, I went on family vacations when I was younger and such, but I've never like gone on vacation. So that's something I would encourage you guys to do. Now, I'm going on a cruise, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, you know, the money and not everybody can afford it. And I totally understand that. That's true. If you can't, you know, if you're struggling to put food on the table, then no, of course not. Don't think about vacation. You know, try to get your situation better. I mean, I've been in that position too. It wasn't always just, you know, waiting for the right time. There was a dollar issue too. But I would encourage you, once you kind of get your stuff together, do it. Don't wait on anybody, because, you know, you'll be waiting forever sometimes, and that's not a good thing. And you don't want that to be something that you regret. And I don't want to regret not being able to go on a trip. You know, granted, I'll be going by myself, you know, and that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would love it if a friend would come along. That would be cool. But, you know, that's not going to happen. So I'm supposed to deprive myself of a Caribbean vacation because other people have kids and they can't go? That's not right. So that's just what I wanted to tell you. I understand if it's a dollar issue, but don't put it off as long as I did. Go on that vacation if you can afford it. If you're, you know, if the stars align and you think you can, go for it. You don't want to deny yourself an experience like that, because there are people that are much older than me who, just because, you know, they didn't have somebody to go with, it just wasn't the right time. I wanted to go here, but my either spouse didn't want to go, or my friends didn't want to go, or whatever, and they miss out on that opportunity. And now they're like, you know, 60, 70, 80 years old thinking, I should have went, I should have done that, you know. Our time is a precious commodity, and it should not be wasted, because you never know what tomorrow holds. So I encourage you guys, travel. You know, a great saying, I've seen it on Facebook, I'm sure you guys have too. You know, your money will return, but, you know, your time won't. You know, your experience that you could possibly be missing out on won't. So do it when you can, while we're young-ish, right? You know, I mean, I know I look pretty young, thanks to T. Shanley, but, I jest, but, do it now. It's the perfect opportunity. You know, carpe diem, as they say, seize the day. All right, guys, and with that, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things, help me fight the YouTube algorithm, ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Thewellroundeddude.com is the hub of everything we do here. You can find links to our Amazon merch page, which has some items that have been, you know, picked out by me that I think that, you know, you could benefit from. Curated was the word I was looking for. The links to our podcast, the 5 most recent episodes of our podcast, links to our merch page where you can get some cool, well-rounded dude merch. Sky's the limit. You can figure out more like what we do here. Be sure to check it out. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. Please take my advice this time. Really, carpe diem, seize the day. Go on vacation if you can. You know, if the stars align, go. There's a whole world out there for you to see, experiences for you to have. And until next time, we will see you guys later. Peace.